Home builders and environmental advocates are waiting to see what's next for Kansas City, Missouri's controversial building code changes. Thanks for joining us. I'm Bria Lev.
And I'm John Holt. The new set of so-called green codes went into effect late last year. Fox 4's Kevin Barry in the Northland tonight. He shows us the reason behind the change.
The new building codes are meant to be more environmentally sustainable by increasing the standards builders have to meet during construction. But after a council meeting last week, an effort by builders to add a little bit more flexibility into the mix has been stuck in the mud.
R4 path would have simply boiled down what the intent of the original energy code was that was in effect and say, how the home performs is ultimately what matters.
The environmental ends would have justified the construction means, says Home Builders Association Executive VP Will Reuter. That plan would have joined 3 other ways to meet the code since it went into effect at the end of last September, either following the exact requirements, proving end goals are met, or achieving a satisfactory score through a list of criteria.
Why the 4th pathway here wasn't really necessary is because we already had a really clear way for them to comply with a testing methodology.
That's why Director of Sustainability at the architecture firm BNIM, Jeremy Knoll, supports Kansas City Council members taking the ordinance that would have created that 4th compliance pathway off the docket. Council can bring it back any time, but the people involved don't expect that to happen soon. Reuter says the additional work to get permits are the difference between one Northland development having largely finished structures and another one still building foundations despite having started only a few months apart.
If the hill to climb in Kansas City is so much higher than everywhere else, then that capital is going to be like water or air, and it's naturally going to flow to a place of lower pressure.
Knoll admits there is a learning curve when building codes are updated, but he says codes that move the city closer to its climate goals are worth it.
Kansas City has some of the highest per capita design leaders in the nation. And so if we can't figure out how to make this work, I don't know who can.
City Council can bring up that ordinance again whenever it wants, but new building codes that are expected to come out later this year might play a role in what happens next. I'm Kevin Barry, Fox 4 News.
Kevin, thank you.